project. It feel like a movie. Rest in peace, Kobe.
Highly offensive. Episode 60, yo. We in this building, trying to get lit. What's up? Y'all already know, back in this bitch on a Saturday, trying to cover the news, tell y'all all what's going crazy around the world because 2020 is insane. So let's get to it. This is risk-free. Nothing's going to happen from this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, y'all can go ahead and do that and think that, but I'm not doing that shit. Like, I would love a $12,000 check. Like,
what can I do with $12,000? Oof. 1,000 things. 12,000 things.
Not work for a long time. Fucking.
I mean, I would say a long time. A couple months.
I'll make that shit stretch.
Oh, you would make it purposely stretch? Nah.
Yeah. Or I would just go and fucking, like a trip, take a wild trip.
For like a month or two.
Yeah.
Re-energize.
That'd be just, dude, imagine just like fucking going to Japan or just like Brazil or like, but I wouldn't even want to do that shit. I'm single. I wouldn't even want a girlfriend. Like, and cause like.
Really?
Yeah.
You couldn't enjoy it with your girlfriend?
No.
I feel like I could enjoy it with my girlfriend. That would be beautiful to be out in Brazil.
No, man. Like, just think about it. Like, she's gonna want to do like random tourist shit. Like, yo,
yes.
Let's go to the spa. Let me go do this. Bro, imagine getting to like Brazil and you get off the port and there's nothing but like thick, big booty bitches. Trying to be like, yo,
but if you're already with the thick
party, like, let's go. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you got your rice and beans at home, but like,
I mean,
there's rice and beans in Brazil. Have you ever had rice and beans in Brazil?
Well, you know how I am.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't like trying new things.
I know, but I do.
Then I start to taste them. I say,
you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm just saying, like, if I was, and you know, my rice and beans is good, but like, nigga, it's Brazilian rice and beans. Like,
should taste different.
it hit different. You know what I mean? Like, it's like,
you bugging.
I know. This is why I told my girl I don't want to be in a relationship. I never wanted to be in a relationship, precisely because I'm always gonna want to try someone else's rice and beans. But you know what I mean, like,
damn, really?
Yes.
Even if you have if you feel like you have a good cook, you still gonna want to try somebody else's rice and beans.
I'm always gonna want to try it. Yeah, like,
my nigga, I've been eating the same arroz con gandule and pernil at what's that one place we always went to?
Mi
Caldero. I ain't never eat anything else but that and plátanos.
Yeah, because that's the way you are. Like,
to spice it up, I might throw a little dessert in there every once in a while.
You be like, you got like your set in your ways. That's how you be like.
But if
like,
shit's good, why change it?
Because you don't know what you need to have a point of reference to know what's good. Like,
the point of reference is my experiences throughout my life. If I've had mom and dad's arroz, gandule, and pernil, and don't get me wrong, this shit is bomb too.
Listen, but you're talking about rice and beans for real. I'm not talking about rice and beans for real.
No, but this is all part of the analogy, bro.
Is this recording?
Yeah, it's recording.
All right, great, because that was a lot of good footage. But nah, like, you know what I mean? Listen, like, I'm greedy. Like I'm like that nigga on Plunder. Like, I want it all, nigga. Like,
yeah, I get it, you know. And when it comes to food, I'm greedy. But what comes with being greedy? You get fat and you get heart diseases. My nigga,
no, of course. Like,
you about to get fat and have diseases. Like, relax, bro. Fucking relax.
Listen,
it's a hot ass right this.
You gotta find a balance, my nigga, and you gotta like protect yourself before you eat. You know what I mean? Like,
you gotta protect yourself, period, by not having sex with multiple other women. Like, I'm just saying.
Well, obviously,
protect yourself in general.
But and I'm not having sex with multiple women.
What they say the best way not to get an STD is to not have sex at all.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not having sex with multiple women. Let's get this.
Oh no.
I mean, like, let's set the narrative straight.
That's not the narrative. I'm just saying.
No. I'm saying like.
And this hypothetical.
In this hypothetical, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm.
No, actually, I mean, honestly, I I would prefer to go down there with somebody because one there's if that's your girl, that's somebody that you could trust. She ain't gonna be like you got one another, so it's not like
bro. You say that until like some big Brazilian
my nigga.
nigga comes through
No
and just
massages.
like brushes up.
We get no
on
massages in Brazil.
on your girl's leg, and all of a sudden she's like, "Hold up, damn." You know what I mean? Like, and all of a sudden she get a different point of reference. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but
like,
that's how, I mean, I'm gonna say this, that's how you gotta know who you with. I mean,
like for
if,
me,
if I had that problem in the first place, would I be with this chick? Nah.
well, it's because the thing is, normally you're just naturally oblivious to most things. Like in a relationship,
No, my nigga,
yeah.
I'm perceptive. Not oblivious.
No, you're oblivious in the sense that like when you put trust in somebody, you just automatically just assume and be like, yeah, I believe this person. They're not gonna do me wrong. You know what I'm saying? So you that's what trust is that ability to be like, yo,
My nigga,
yeah,
when you driving, I trust that you're gonna drive and not kill me, but I don't close my eyes. When I watch, yo, nigga, watch out for this car right here. Yo, oh, nigga, you going too fast. You trailing back. Nigga, brake a little bit before. You know how I am, my nigga.
Your girl. Yo, hit the brakes. Brake is the car coming.
Yeah.
There's a Brazilian car coming. I'm gonna need you to brake. But
Nah, she don't want that drink. She good. Baby, you want a drink? I got you. What you want?
for me, for example, right? If I was going to DR or something like that, or like somewhere dope like that, I would like I want to go with the boys, yo, like the boys retreat, like and just like.
I mean, that'd be dope
get
too.
into shit, you know what I'm saying? Like and maybe.
But when I do, but listen. But when I do like a couples retreat, where you could like during the day, or either way, during the night or during the day, you can hang out with the boys. I say during the day, you do activities with your girl, boom, boom, and then at night, girls go out, guys go out, boom.
I was just in New York, and I had to wait in the salon for an hour and a half with my girl, my nigga. No. I'm not trying to go on vacation with my girl. Like
You gotta make sure that there's no salons where you go in Brazil. Fuck the salon.
Like, don't get me wrong. You know, like, certain vacations I would want to go with my girl with. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, like if she was like, "Yo, let's go to PR and go meet your fam," or you know what I mean, like shit like that. Like,
But you wouldn't want to go. I'm saying, but you wouldn't want to just go on a trip somewhere y'all never been to, where you're not gonna meet people that you know already.
Of course, but I also have like that side of me that's like in the Navy, like how it was when I was in the Navy, where it was like we pull to port and it's just me and the boys and let's go out and have fun. You know what I mean? Like let's get into some shit.
But
like that's that part of me is never gonna like.
But we know what would change it. Let's say
I've had a bad port experience probably.
no, if you and your girl had a kid, because then you're in that family mindset where you're like, yo, I can't wait to enjoy this trip with the fam. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I think the moment you have a kid, and I mean I don't know because I don't have any kids, but I'm saying at the moment that you have a kid, I feel like that mindset is gonna go away. Like
it might, but
you're not gonna care about anything else. You're not care about going out, meeting women, and like seeing women from Brazil and like that. All you're gonna care about is your boy or your girl. That's all that's all.
And that's probable, but you know what I'm saying. I'm not at that point yet, so like I'm just like selfish though, like and like I'm and the thing is like I feel bad for my girl because like she be like right like my girl be like she really like cares about me, right? Like she really loves me. She really, you know,
She always caters to you and stuff.
yeah, she you know she takes care of me and all that shit. Like and I really fuck with that part of her. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like she's always like, yo, I'm worried though. Like one day, like, you know what I mean? Because from all these stories you be telling me and how you are and all this other stuff, like, and I'm like, well, I know. But that's why it would it be like in a relationship, like you knew these things about me, and like
But the
you
thing is-
still like fell in love with me. Like it's just like
But
I
don't
can't-
don't you feel like I get that you're saying that it's your nature and everything, but if it's somebody you care about, dare I say, maybe love, you don't think that in those moments where you feel like you would be tempted, you could sacrifice because what it is, it's a sacrifice of your ego too.
Oh, of course.
But I'm saying for that person that you love. So that's what I'm saying. So like, in the case where she tells you, hey, from the stories that you told me and everything, you know, wouldn't it be the better option to be like, but yeah, that we're together now and that was different. Like I told you that with the mentality of not being in a relationship, but right now we are in a relationship and we're moving forward and da 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 da.
Of course, bro.
Because that secures her.
And of course, and that's what I try to do. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm like right, like I'll be like trying to cheat on my girl, like every chance I get, like yo.
Well, it's not just that, but
like, but
put her mind to rest though.
But it's also an acceptance of knowing thyself. You know what I'm saying? Like and like knowing like, look, this is what I'm weak to. Like I'm telling you off rip. Like I've been tempted. Sometimes I pass. Sometimes I fail. But I'm the man in this story. Just like
so one of your favorite rappers, J. Cole, right?
Mm-hmm. That nigga cheated.
Well,
and look how
but one of your favorite rappers, right? J. Cole made that song, Kevin's Heart.
Mm-hmm. She my number one.
And you seen everything he went through and everything like that. But what did he say at the end of the video? You remember what the plane wrote? Make good choices. Something like that. Something to that extent. It's like make good choices or some shit. No matter you know what you're weak to. It's not and it's not just knowing like if that to me that makes it worse. You know what I mean? That not that you know, but that you're like, yo, this is not blah blah blah. And because when push comes to shove, right? You always want the person that you're with to show you that they're there for you or whatever. Or they got you. You know what I mean?
It's just that for me, right? Like, idealistically, if we lived in a perfect world, that would be what I would want. That kind of relationship. But like, I just don't like. For example, like I live in a world where like I constantly see that like love isn't all that it's cracked up to be from how people talk about it or from how I see it in other people's relationships. Like, take a look at the Smiths. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they were hyped up to be, you know, such like
Power couple.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not, this ain't a shot at them. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just a point of reference. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like I see it like all the time within our own circles. You know what I'm saying? Like, sure, we also have positive people in our circles that like are as far as we know, loyal as fuck to their girlfriends and their wives and all that shit, and we salute them for it. Yo, my nigga, yo, good job, because it's a crazy world out here. But there's also this, like, for example, right, like, I'm just not as naive as I used to be into thinking that like both people are gonna be as loyal all the way as you want them to be. And it's just like, it's kind of like what Roy was talking about, like on the podcast one day when Maul was saying, like, you want.
It's crazy to think that you can live in a monogamous relationship for the rest of your life and fuck the same person for the rest
No,
of your life.
not so much that, but like the part where he was talking about what if his girl cheated on him, he just wouldn't want to know. Like, he would never want to find out. Yeah, I mean, like from her direct, like if she could like pull it off without him never knowing, like salute to her type of shit. But like it would be some shit like that where like it's just like, yo, I don't think that like my girl's gonna cheat on me anytime soon or blah blah blah. But like,
I think that goes to show though self-respect. For me, I would never. I get what Rory's saying, but I would never have that mentality. Like, oh yeah, if you get away with it, the better.
Yeah, I would hope that she don't cheat, my nigga. Like, don't get me wrong. I would hope that pussy is only mine. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, bro.
But like, I'm just not naive enough to think she's just gonna hold that pussy for just me forever. Like, and like with the generation that we're in, my nigga, where everything is so
But why is it naive? Naive with it. But naive, I don't consider it naive because it's happened before. You don't think that there's been women, like, do you think that since mom and dad have been together, mom has cheated on dad?
no.
Exactly.
But but they came from a whole separate generation. Like,
But
mom
we
ain't
can't.
on like live or fucking.
But we're not.
putting,
We're
you know
not
what I mean,
bound to our
like,
generation.
on Instagram. No, of course not. We're not bound to our generation, but we are a reflection of the society that we're in, the environment that we are raised in.
But before,
and live in.
but before that,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but before that, we're a reflection of our parents.
of course, but the way society continues to curve into this kind of like, I don't know if you noticed, my nigga, but it is like a sexual liberation. It is a fucking free for all out there. Everyone and has a niche and a thing that they're after, and it's all out in the open now. And this is what the world that we live in, where like, I mean, my nigga, just last year we had hot girl summer, where like girls were like in relationships but going to like Miami to get fucked up and get back shots by like some random nigga that they run into at the club. You know what I'm saying? Like, and posting it on social media happily. You know what I'm saying? Like, that kind of disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Because they wanted to match their lives to some fucking rap lyrics, my nigga. Like, so if you tell me that, like, and I'm not saying that my girl's like some girl off Hot Girl Summer, because I make sure that like I pick my girls, you know what I mean, like a lot more carefully. I've made some bad decisions in the past, but you know what I'm saying, like with this one, I think I made a better one. But do I think that like in this climate that we're in, for example, right, like, you know, I know I'm not the greatest, and I know that I could be tempted. So let's say I'm tempted one day, and maybe like I curve it, but like not all the way or some shit, and like my girl gets mad, and then she like has some feeling about that shit, and now like some niggas and post some shit on Facebook, and now some niggas, now she got like a whole bunch of DMs from a bunch of random niggas like, yo, what's wrong, babe? You know what I mean? Trying to make her day better and fucking, you know what I mean? Like shit like that. Like,
But that's the, but
and listen, and you can believe that your
You
girl
learn-
ain't gonna talk to none of them niggas, but now she gonna talk to some of them niggas.
look, but
You know what I
listen,
mean? Like,
but this is, but that's, you learn from your past experiences, right? So I would hope that you would know how your girl would react a certain way for something, right? I know, right, that in my case, in my relationship, the type of woman that I'm with, if a girl hollers at me, and I don't dead that shit in the moment, like if I give it some play or whatever, and she sees that, there's no, we're done. You know what I mean? I know that. I mean, so to me, like for me, when that opportunity would come up, in my head, I'm already thinking about that. Yo, it's not worth it. Like, you got this going on, blah 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 blah. Blah. It's not worth it. You got this. You're building this with who you're with right now. That's what I'm saying. Like, I know that there's situations that you might put yourself, even if I'm drunk and drinking. You know, if there's situations where you might put yourself, or you might talk shit like you about to do something or like that. But at the end of the day, it's always a decision, regardless of anything.
and I understand that, right? But
And you can't always blame, like, you can't say, oh, this is just how I am. Like, no, you can, people have changed.
no, people do change, and you know what I mean. And it's also hard work, but you know what I'm saying. Like, I'm just at the point in my life where I understand how I am, how I react to things, and for example, like maybe we're in two separate places right now, right? Like me, I know that like my girl has an image of me, right? Like that she sees in her head of like who I am. That may not necessarily hold up to who I really am. Now I can do my best to try to hold up to that image of her that she has of me, and that's what usually what I'm trying to do. But there's still me. You know what I'm saying? Like the part that she doesn't see. You know what I'm saying? Like, And I also know that it's the same way with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm just at that point where it's like, look, if this is how people are, and like for example, right, the never go through your girl's phone. Remember we talked about that shit on the pod. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never want to go through your girl's phone because if you do, you're gonna see who she really is. You know what I mean? Like those things that you don't know of her, those parts, that aspect, and the second you do, the facade starts coming down, and then that's what you're left with. Do you still love this person behind the facade? You know what I mean? Like, and that's where I'm at, is like, do you really love me, or do you love the image of me that you see when you're happy with me? Because you're so happy with me that you see me this way, but when you say that you love me, is that me that you love, or just the me that makes you happy? You know what I mean? Like, because if you, I don't know, like they're two separate things to me. You know what I mean? Like, so, and I'm just, I complicate things too much, and I think about things way too much and all that other shit. I know.
No, I mean, I understand what you're saying. I'm on a different thing, like you said, because in my case with my girl, we've known each other for a very long time, so she doesn't. There's no image of me that she sees other than just me. You know what I mean? So, like, and it goes the same thing with her. There's no image that I see other than her. And then at that point, like, this is still the person that I want to be with. You know what I mean? But I think it really just comes down to that. Like, I get what you're saying, but I'm a believer in the fact when you find that person that's gonna change it, because I feel like every person that you meet in your life that you connect to, whether it is a girlfriend or it's even a friend, a family member, they impact your life and change and make you ultimately who you are.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
And I've changed a lot throughout the years because of the people that I've been with, and you know what I'm saying, and my what's it called? My outlook on relationships has reflected that. You know what I'm saying? Like, just from the last one relationship, you know what I mean, to this one, like, it's a drastic, pace in relationship. You know what I mean? Like, but it's what, we
Shout out to Coke.
I mean, we're not a slave to our past, but we always remember. You know what I'm saying? Like what we experienced, and like I've just experienced enough. You know what I mean? Like where I just don't have like the greatest outlook. You know what I mean? Like, but at the same time, like, I'm just at the point where it's just like, look, it is what it is. Either it's gonna work or not. You know what I mean? Like, and
but like I said, just like I feel like you having a kid would change the way you see things. I feel like once you find that person, when you feel that way about someone, like where you know that's your other person, like,
I don't want to. Man, that's bad.
No, but I'm saying, but when you find that
painful,
person,
bro. Like,
but when you find that person and that person finds that person in you too, that's what I'm saying. Like,
because like I said, like I too,
it's painful, but it's worth it.
When you're with someone, you always, not always, but like when you really like fuck with someone, like, and that, like, and you fall in love and all that other shit, like, you think that they're gonna be the one. You know what I mean? Like, and I've thought a lot of girls were the one. You know what I mean? Like, and so I'm just not like trying to be on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, because then I feel like you don't enjoy the moment as much. You're looking at this image of the person in your head. Like you're thinking of, like, yeah, she's gonna be, my wife one day. Yeah, we're gonna have, kids and all these things together, and then you start falling in love with that image instead of like the reality of what you're, the person that you're actually with, and you're not enjoying the present.
Is that what it is? Damn, that makes sense.
Because Republicans are like, You're paying these niggas more money than they were working, and of course they don't want to work. But the Democrats like they need the extra money to boost the economy. Because if they're not spending any money into putting the money into the economy, there's no point. Because the business is already, at a reduced capacity. It's already affecting their profit margin and all that shit. Like the only way that you're gonna compensate that is to put more money into the economy. So they need this extra 600. But what makes you mad is that like Republicans get like. Well, I mean, just congressmen, they get like 200,000 a year, something like that, almost. Plus whatever they make through lobbying and all that stuff.
Their own businesses and shit.
And they only work 7 months out the year. So 5 months out the year, they're on vacate, spending all that lobby money, but then they bitching about niggas getting an extra 600 a week for fucking during a pandemic when motherfuckers, excuse me, really need some bread, like, cause they hurting, cause you know what I mean. Like, look at these drug dealers.
That's crazy. You could serve like unlimited terms and get paid that amount of money. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
And then, for example, if you're you could be defeated, you could then change, like, you could gerrymander and fucking change like the district lines so that like the votes turn more in your favor. Like,
that's crazy.
Make it hard for certain counties to vote, you know what I'm saying? And then put the voting polls in the only places where, people want to vote for you, like Mitch McConnell did and shit in Kentucky and a couple other senators that them old white folks that ain't trying to let go of their power. Like, that's why it's hard to beat them. Because they got so many, loopy-loops around the system that, like, it's hard to take that power from them once they got there. And then once you're in, then you either conform or then so they get you the fuck out.
I mean, not with these recent splash of people, like AOC's. She was kicking when she was going in. And
you don't see what happened, like she did the other day.
She's not quiet. I mean, she's just not...
No, but the other day one of the congressmen exploded at her and said some like pretty toxic shit. And,
oh really?
Yeah, and it was trending on Twitter because it was just like a culture of misogyny towards women and how these old folks have like this. Toxic.
Oh, it was a male. A male.
Yeah, like he.
Oh, so he's not bad though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So she has good PR.
Yeah. Oh, of course. You know what I mean? Like the women came out the woodwork and was like, "Oh, what'd you say to that? What'd you say to AOC?"
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Like, but yeah, they went full Popeyes on them niggas.
Yo.
And I mean, he deserved it. You know what I mean? Because it's like you gotta know that like you're not dealing with a female that's not on your level. Like you dealing with an equal. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's not just a bartender no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just treat her like that. Like,
she's just a bartender.
Yeah, like, you have to treat her like she's a congresswoman because that's what she is. Like, simple and plain. She was elected. She was reelected. Like, there's no, you know what I mean, ifs, ands, or buts. But
I seen like maybe like a week or two ago a post. I think it was on her page too on Facebook about her for presidency for next presidency. Mm-hmm. Damn, could you imagine her being the president?
No, because I feel like they assassinate her ass quicker than motherfucker. Green New Deal? You gonna try to save the earth and the environment?
A female Hispanic woman?
Yeah, no, I just don't see it. I just because look at Bernie Sanders. You know what I'm saying? Like with the radical ideas he came with, they're like, you ain't even allowed to have a debate place. Like you can't even debate with these niggas. Mm-hmm. Like, he was just sitting there tweeting like, yo, yeah, I'm trying to pass some new shit. Niggas wouldn't even give me a forum. They said I ain't allowed on their platform. Too radical, too old.
Poor Bernie, yo.
Hell yeah, they did him dirty. But
I don't understand how we get left with fucking Trump and Biden though. And not that this is a political podcast or anything, but damn,
Yeah, nah, my nigga. That's why I'm just like, I'm not even paying attention to the election. I'm just laughing at the memes, really. Like, and the stuff I see on TikTok where, like, it was just like, we're at a point where two alleged pedophiles are running for presidents, or are competing for presidency. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what we were left to choose from. Like, while we're sitting talking about sex trafficking. Like, how, how do we, how did we get to this point?
Yo,
You know what I mean? Like,
I don't
so.
understand. I mean, even off of political stuff, but how we get to a point of even at a local level, like even like you see about on Facebook about You're Catholic, where they had a guy, a student that was graduating, I think, or was in the graduation, and he had the Black Lives
Yeah,
Matter.
I commented on the post and got attacked by a bunch of white folks.
Did you?
Yeah,
Who was post? Did you see? You
on the actual post.
Damn.
Like on the realist group, the realist people in New York or something like that. The actual group on Facebook, they had shared that, and you know, I was like,
they attacked you. What'd you say?
I was like, this is a clear example of double standards and racism, and you know, there's this shows that, I mean, that even in New York, there's plenty of racism. And people got upset. Some white guy was like, if it's so bad, why don't you go back to where you're from? Or blah, blah, blah. He was just like...
Because I'm from here. I'm from here.
Yeah, I was like, bitch, I joined the Navy. What did you do for this country that makes you so proud that you sit there and beat your fucking chest like, oh, go back to your country? Like, what did you do, bro? Other than, like, be a keyboard warrior on fucking Facebook. Like... Nothing. You didn't fight for this country. Then shut the fuck up. Because I'm pretty sure free speech is one of the things that we have rights as an American. So if I sit there and say, this is how I feel, this is how I feel. Fuck you, how you feel, my nigga. This ain't about you. Make your own fucking comment. Then, like, if you feel some kind of way. But this is my comment, and this is how it's. Bro, I got attacked by so many fucking people. It was ridiculous. Like, and it was just like, y'all really mad at a group just saying Black Lives Matters. So you're upset with the notion that black people matter. That's the stance that you want to take? My nigga, go ahead.
That's what I don't understand. I don't think people get offended by that.
Like, it's a racist group. It's a
Supremacy
political
thing.
organization.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Like, shut the fuck up.
No,
like,
they're not saying nobody else's life don't matter. Just saying that their life. Like, I don't understand that stance.
Well, and then it's like,
It's
you're a Catholic. They allowed, in 2016, they allowed a student to come in dressed up as Trump and, like, spend the whole day in class dressed up as Trump. Fucking, you know what I mean? But this kid couldn't have a fucking, a Black Lives Matter fucking face covering. You know what I'm saying? Like, so... To have the one but not the other, and then sit there and say, oh, well, it's not racism. No, like, that's clearly racism. Like, no matter how you
put his health at risk.
So
Because he had to take it off in the moment, or not be part of the graduation.
it's, you know, so fuck You're Catholic. You know what I'm saying? Let's be the first to say that. You know what I mean? Here. Since they don't really matter enough to get any national coverage, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's give them a little bit of spotlight, and just to shit on them, I'm saying fuck You're Catholic, and hopefully, you know, the next generation of minorities elect to not go to your fucking school. I know you're still gonna have a couple, but you know what I mean. Hopefully, the majority of people choose not to put up with y'all shit, because that's not how you treat people. Black lives do matter, and you know. Black people are allowed to express that. You know what I mean? Like, it's free speech. It's, you know, their right as an American to say that their lives matter, because it does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's just no way around that. So to, you know, continue trying to, you know, politicize it and misdirect to continue their privilege and their racism, you know what I'm saying, just shows, like, this is why the group exists. Because you do shit like this. So, you know what I mean? Like, fuck You're Catholic, and this is the only time we're going to mention your shitty ass school. But only just to shit on you, pretty much, and tell people not to go there. You know what I mean? Because that's not how we treat our students. You know what I mean? And the youth that are gonna remember this. You know what I mean? Like, and like that's how you create, you know,
culture for hatred.
And racial undertones, and you know what I'm saying. Like, when people accuse me, they said like I'm race baiting. Like, that's not race baiting. That's just calling out a clearly fucked up thing to do to a child, you know what I mean. Like, so, you know, race baiting. You're the one that's race baiting. Your Catholic's the one that's race baiting by baiting one race and fucking and denying the other the privilege to, you know, just have a face covering that said Black Lives Matter, you know what I mean, like, or had the logo or whatever. Like, it's not on us to make white people comfortable with the fact that they're racist to us. Mm. You know what I mean? Like, and not all white people, you know what I mean? Not to generalize and say that all white people are racist.
But, you know, it's those, I mean, majority,
But it's a systemic oppression. And it comes from people who sit there and say, well, we're not racist. We're not racist. Look, we have black kids at our school. But then look what you do to the students. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's, you know, the very definition of systematic oppression and racism. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, but it's things that we have to deal with even in our own city, even up north. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there's people that Confederate people out here, like, you know.
Shit, I was driving behind like a Ford Explorer the other day that had a Confederate license plate in the back. I was like, They make, will you turn in? Okay, I'm turning the other way. Make sure I go the opposite direction.
Honestly, man, like, I was waiting for a confrontation to happen, like, for one of the motherfuckers to be like, yo, where you at? We fighting. Like, because I was with it. I was like, this is something that, like...
Nah, bro, because you see, like, them people, like, the guys that got Ahmaud Arbery, like, they niggas had guns, bro. I'm not fucking with them niggas. Them rednecks be having guns.
Bro, that's the thing, is like, I can't live in fear.
It's not fear,
like,
bro. You gotta be smart.
Nah, bro. It's living in fear of white people and what they'll do to us. Like, and I just can't live in a world where, like, I'm...
No.
I mean, like,
I'm not saying I'm not living in fear if I'm not going and being like, yo, what's up? Like,
it's not going what's up. It's about you as an American having the free speech to say what you believe and what you think, and when called out on it, you know what I'm saying, people sit there and want to send death threats and, you know what I mean, like, and start shit. And are you going to defend your right to say what you want and what you believe in? If you believe in that this Black Lives Matter, then, like, are you willing to defend that? You know
yeah,
but
defend, yes. Defend, not go looking or attacking or anything like that.
No, of course not. I'm not like looking. I'm not putting that energy out to look for that. But at the same time, when you see how that energy comes in, when I said just one thing and all these fucking racist white folks come out the woodwork and start talking shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, it can lead to that. And if it does, I'm not gonna back down from them, because I'm afraid that I'm gonna be the next Ahmaud Arbery. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, like, I said what I said. I meant that shit. And if God allows you to kill me because I said these things and believed in these things, then you know what? I will choose to be a martyr to the cause. Like,
yeah, did you see the FBI is investigating the Breonna Taylor thing?
Yeah, but are they really? You know what I mean? Like it's like when the Mike Brown shooting happened, and then they were like, oh no, we're gonna come in, we're gonna do a real investigation, and they've investigated that cop like 3 times now, and they continue to clear him of all wrongdoings. So when the FBI says they're gonna investigate, are they really? You know what I mean? Like,
but in this climate, though, I mean, you've seen it. It has pushed things forward, like this climate.
Oh, of course, but do I also think that they wouldn't use that moment to fuel more fucking racial undertones? I think that they could just do the opposite and be like, yeah, no, we cleared them of all wrongdoings, just to piss off black people so that more protests start. And then they could just come down and be like, oh no, we gotta crack down martial law, too much protest, too much, static, blah, 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 blah. Like that's what I mean. Like, so like whenever the FBI's get into something, it's not because they tend to do good things. when the FBI came out and they're like, oh, we stopped, you know, so many terrorist attacks in the last couple of years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they were trying to brag about that shit, and then people researched into what terrorist attacks that they actually stopped. Like, I want to think, I'm not trying to be a dick and make some crazy number, but I want to say it was like 85% of the attacks that they supposedly stopped were attacks that they themselves were like starting. So, like, for example, they would go up to, like, they would find some guy and be like, yo, you trying to blow some shit up? Yeah, you do? Alright, we got the chemical stash, blah blah blah. We'll bring it and do a drop off, blah blah. Then they show up to the drop off and then be like, oh yeah, we're arresting you because you're a terrorist. And then they're like, yeah, nah, see, we got all these terrorists out the way, blah blah blah. But it's like, yeah, but like you kind of start that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, I mean, like, so it's like you can't like stopping a terrorist attack would be like, for me, like, all right, some random dude gets on a fucking, tries to, you know, blow some shit up and you catch it in time, and you know what I mean, like, because you did your fucking job excellently and used all of the resources to catch the guy before he commits the act. That, take credit for that.
Mm.
Now if you gassed that nigga up and you had a relationship with this dude and was like, yo, I'm gonna just go blow this shit up, and then you was about to, you know what I'm saying, like, deliver the weapons or the explosives or whatever the fuck to the motherfucker, and that's when you arrest him, like, that just don't count to me. Like,
Yeah.
So
That's entrapment.
yeah, you know what I mean, like, but
Entrapment to the first degree. Cheating ass niggas.
the niggas is like the MLB players when they was on steroids, just like putting up numbers, like, yeah, nah, we getting homers, bro. We getting homers. Like, bro, you juicing. Like, we see
Not
it.
fair.
We see it.
So you think that Cosby doing that, like, just on a lower level,
yeah.
like if like they be speeding behind you so that you be going so fast and then just woo woo. All right, my nigga, you was eating ass right now. Like, what was I supposed to do? Like, bitch ass nigga.
I was in the right lane already. It's supposed to be the slow lane. But nah, definitely. That's why, like, even like remember that cop in Florida that got arrested for planting drugs on suspects? Mm-hmm. He was just adding the stats up, like, yeah, nah, I got like 50 dealers, and it was like,
That nigga was up for a promotion.
they were like, yo, fam, let's check the body cam footage real quick, like, and it's like, fam, if you gonna do some shit, at least don't do it in a way that's gonna get you caught on camera. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he was just like, nah, coke here, a little meth here. Like, that shit was like, fam, we see you. We see your arm reach into the man's pocket and plant the drugs.
But speaking of body cams, so I just seen the other day, like, the remember that one, we spoke to this on one of the other episodes, so if you guys get a chance, go see the earlier episodes. But there was an episode where
Like, share, comment, ring the notification bell.
But there was an episode that we talked about a black cop that shot a white lady that was about to
stab him in the hotel.
So I just seen the video from two different angles the other day. I hadn't seen it before, but that was crazy.
Word.
Yeah, like, cause like when he shot her, and this nigga gave her all the chance in the fucking world. So I'm gonna say what I said back then. I'm gonna take that shit back. Cause what I said then was that he could have shot her in the leg and everything. No, my nigga gave her all the chance in the fucking world, and that bitch lunged with scissors. Like, what are you supposed to do? So he shot her, but I was bugging because she did a front flip when he shot her. You see that part?
No, I didn't watch it.
Oh yeah, watch the video.
No.
Oh, let me see if I can find it.
I didn't need to see it. I heard enough with woman with scissors tried to attack cop. I was like, oh yeah, that bitch deserved to get shot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if black people getting just shot for just existing in their cars, just driving like Sandra Bland, fucking on their phones, like the kid in Cali, or, you know what I mean? Like, just random shit that ain't got shit to do with being aggressive to a cop, and you got a white bitch with scissors trying to kill cops? Like, nah. She slid that first one, man. Slick though, like.
Yeah, nigga.
Put those scissors down. Put those scissors down. Hey, go back over there.
You're gonna have to shoot, kill me. You're gonna have to shoot, kill me. You ain't taking me, motherfucker, to save me, bitch.
104 indoors, 1033 channel. Give me a 25 grand here. We got a white female chest.
Yeah, you ain't calling. You ain't calling.
Hey, if you come over here, I will kill you.
Okay, good.
Drop the scissors. Drop the scissors. Shots fired. Shots fired. One female on the ground. Still got scissors in her hands. Shots fired. Shots fired. Drop the scissors.
But they showed
Drop the
the.
scissors.
Yeah, they showed the.
Hey, back up.
Even as that bitch Slade died, she wouldn't drop the scissors.
Drop
You
it.
know, she didn't drop it. She was still alive and then dropped it.
Bitch died with the scissors in her hand. Just,
Ma'am. Hey, put those steps.
Shoot, kill me. You're gonna have to shoot, kill me. You ain't taking me, motherfucker, to save me, bitch.
104 indoors, 1033 channel. Give me a 25 grand here. We got a white female chest.
Yeah, you ain't calling. You ain't calling.
Hey, if you come over here, I will kill you.
Okay, good.
I just saw that from
Drop the scissors.
that bitch did a Jeff Hardy swanton bomb.
I think. I thought it was another angle, but no, yeah, that's crazy.
Bitch, like, she just straight folded, just like, thump, thump.
That's what I was saying. I seen that video yesterday before I was bugging. I said, like, my nigga, he gave her all the chance in the world. They didn't say that in the article. But that nigga gave her all the chance in the world.
Drop the scissors. Ma'am, drop the scissors.
All I'm saying is that's all black people are asking for.
That many chances.
Yeah, many chances. Like, even that one topic that we covered in one of the previous episodes. Look through the episode so you can see it. But remember that topic that we talked about, the kid that got killed in the park with the guy that called in and said that he might have, he had a toy gun. How many seconds did he have? There was probably like 2 seconds or 0.8 of a second or something. It was something like,
It was like 1 second. Like from when he told him to drop the gun from when he shot.
No, but they actually like someone clocked it like that. Like, I don't know who clocked it, whatever. But it was like 2 seconds or something like that. Ridiculous. This lady had like 5-10 minutes to change whatever the fuck was going on. Like,
And she was walking forward towards the cop.
yeah,
Like, it wasn't like...
with scissors, and she was an adult. And what he do? He worked he wasn't aggressive. He worked from the back and was backing up. Yo, relax. Yo, relax.
I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, this cop fucking pulled up and just shot the kid. That's what I'm saying. That's the difference.
And even then, the difference is that white people get mad when that white lady got shot and try to find all kinds of reasons for why she didn't deserve to get shot. It was just scissors, blah, 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 blah. But then, like, don't understand why black people are so upset when they get killed for, like, being on their cell phone. Like, what you mean you don't understand why I'm about to burn down this
But that could have been a gun. Like, what? But it wasn't, is the point. That's what I'm saying. I'm against cops shooting in the first place, unless they get shot at. I'm a strong believer in that. Like, that's something that they should definitely implement. Is cops are automatically at fault if they shoot first.
Their response to that would be that their safety would allow them to get even shot at in the first place. So it would, in order to not even allow themselves to get shot and put themselves in danger of getting shot, they have to shoot first.
No, but that's not. But that's what I'm saying.
But as long as they get to go home every night,
that would be
and be safe and go to home sleep. Yeah.
But that would be the response of a cop. But that's not what the job is. The job is not for you to protect yourself. It's for you to protect and serve the people. So, and as I'm saying, that the system should implement that kind of a rule, and anybody who's not with it can get the fuck out.
Well, and I don't know, plenty of police have been resigning lately, like the SWAT team in Florida.
That commissioner of York?
Yeah. Well, no, the one in Buffalo, when they pushed that old guy, and they were upset because, like, they got mad that he went into a
Oh, yeah.
got hurt. Like, how dare this whole band get hurt from after like we just shoved them down to the ground like fucking
Yeah, that's an old ass man.
man, the nigga brittle. He's Mr. Glass, like you know what I mean?
Like he wasn't in no way physical with with them. You know what I'm saying? So like you know, remember that old lady that was getting fucked up in the riots and shit or whatever? But that bitch was being physical. You had no like you can do whatever you want as long as you don't touch me. You don't harm me, don't touch me. You're good. Moment you become physical, it's game on. So that's the difference. You know what I mean? Like
sound like Chris Brown right now.
like they literally pulled that one black guy out of the van when he was a paraplegic. The one guy was in a wheelchair. Another black guy, paraplegic. They put that nigga out the wheelchair. Broke his wheelchair.
Yeah, I saw one where this man was having a seizure because they tased him into a seizure and they were covering his mouth and he ended up choking and dying.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, fucking it's just so much tragedy, so much that for me it's really not hard to say Black Lives Matter.
And that's why I don't
make with that now.
Yeah. And people be like, oh, but what's the point of destroying shit? My nigga, why you care so much about Target being destroyed? You have shares? You own Target? Like, why does that hurt you so much more than someone losing their life?
Yeah, and it just hurts me when Hispanics like just don't be allies. Like just have like for example, right, there's a chick on my Facebook. Yeah, I mean, the other day she was like, if Black lives really mattered, why do black people still kill each other? And at first I didn't see nobody respond to it, but then like when I checked on it the other day, it was like 93 comments, and it was just like people just going in on her, rightfully so. And one of the top comments is like, bitch, why don't you have this energy for Puerto Ricans killing Puerto Ricans in Puerto Rico?
Notoriously.
Like, that's the whole reason most of us won't go back.
But that's the argument that Joe was telling Ma. It's like, we get the whole black on black crime, a term that probably a white man implemented, right? That made up black on black crime. The more it says white on white crime or Puerto Rican on Puerto Rican crime. But now not the time to say that. Like, what point of what you're about to make has anything to do with police brutality?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
And the thing is, like, right, since Black Lives Matter is an organization, well, that was founded, I don't know if it was founded by black people, because I suppose it's like a George Soros run organization according to Republicans, but
Joe what?
George Soros is a notorious billionaire who funds like revolutions like in different places and causes like disruption, like agent provocateurs and stuff like that. But if the subject of quote unquote black on black crime, as white people call it, that's something that only black people can talk about because it's a black issue. That's not on anybody else, not white people, not Hispanics. We got our own demons and shit to fix before we can try to talk about somebody else's plights.
Shit, we fucking fight over what ethnicity. Are you Mexican? Oh, fuck you. Really? And you talk about black on black crime, but you're worried about if being called a Dominican or being called a Mexican or being called a Puerto Rican or.
And then
come on, man.
Most of us flee where we're from, like Puerto Rico. You know what I mean? Like our aunt got murdered. You know what I mean? Like and fucking.
That's why I heard when people like Cocuyuela say stupid shit like that. Like, oh, that's their business. No, nigga, because everybody knows this. Puerto Ricans have Taino Native Americans, African American, Spaniard. Like I'm black or dark as hell, but my last name is Spaniard. You know what I mean? But I know that I get it probably from either African American or Native American, one or the other. You know what I mean?
Well, and the thing is, right? Like people try so hard to disassociate from that. When the thing is, we all have the same oppressor. We're all oppressed by the same, system, and we're all pointing at each other when we should be like trying to fix, like, I mean,
The bigger picture.
Yeah, the bigger picture, because I mean, like for example, like it would be beautiful if, like, you know how white people are like, "Oh, go back to your own." Yeah, I mean, like, sure, I would love to go back to Puerto Rico if it was nice, like if it was like if it wasn't all fucked up, because you know what I mean, like in Puerto Rico, like so many territories being bought out and gentrified and fucking like, or how the U.S. keeps certain governors in control who only allow who keep the money to themselves instead of putting it into the infrastructure, or instead of giving it to the people go starve while the fucking governor is like in a mansion fucking with all the fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and all the money. Like, that's the kind of shit that goes on in PR. So it's like, we need to, like, before we can start talking about that, how about we fix us? You know what I'm saying? So we can make Puerto Rico a great place again, so that we can go back. So that in case these fucking white folks keep tripping over here and start, you know what I mean, like another Trump 4 years and shit gets worse, we out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, go back to PR and it's gonna be fucking sweet over there, and it's not gonna be a downgrade to go from fucking living in mainland US to going to, you know, living PR. Like, the only thing that's really scary about Puerto Rico is all the guns and all the fucking hurricanes. If we clean up the streets and get rid of the guns, we can do something to worry about the hurricanes.
And when we have the technology to if we wanted to, they wouldn't have to worry about hurricanes. Like, and I think Elon Musk has alluded to that a couple of times.
Yeah.
Like, we have the technology. Yeah. It's just that everybody wants, like, when they acquired Puerto Rico, they fucking sucked it dry. Mm-hmm. And they're still sucking whatever like little bit of juices they can get from it, but they don't want to give anything back to it.
Same thing with Haiti. When Haiti when they had that earthquake, and you know, Red Cross and all them foundations and all shit, like the Hillary Clinton's foundation, I mean, like, they made a killing out there, if I'm not mistaken, off Haiti and that whole shit. So, you know what I mean, like, for them to,
and then the niggas are still in the same position.
And then you got the Dominicans that are like, yeah, no, they're not us. They got their part of the island. We're not shit. This ain't, they're them and we're us. Like, nah, y'all niggas the same. Like, I mean, maybe y'all may not look the same because they're more African. There's more African blood in their genes. But, you know what I mean? Like, to act like y'all ain't sharing the same fucking island is ridiculous.
But, and it's crazy, though, too, because if I'm not mistaken, I think Dominicans have pretty much the same as Puerto Ricans, as Tainos, African Americans, and Spaniards.
Dominicans tend to be more darker than Puerto Ricans. I don't know if you noticed, but I mean, like,
but I think it's probably because are they closer to the equator, maybe?
No, I think.
I mean, and honestly, I've seen some light ass Dominicans, and I've seen some light ass Puerto Ricans, and dark Dominicans, darker Puerto Ricans.
I've seen more darker Dominicans than Puerto Ricans, though. For me,
really?
That's my experience, yeah. But I think that's just because Haiti, because there was more,
mixture.
You know, mixture of African blood in there. That's why, like, I don't get when I hear, like I got this one guy at work named, I don't say that man, but he be saying shit like, oh, those morenos and those negritos, and it's like, my nigga, you're black. Like, look at you, you're the same skin color as them. Mm. Why are you saying morenitos and negritos?
But that's passed down from generation to generation and shit like that.
Because colorism and, you know, all that bullshit. But
that's a whole fucking separate monster in itself.
And that was what people were saying in the post. Like, we have to address all these issues in our, you know, people. Because she tried to, like, play victim and be like, oh, I'm not allowed to question it. Or if I'm, you know, if I got Puerto Rican, if I got black blood in my genes, then should not be allowed an educational session where y'all teach me about, you know, blah, blah, blah. And they're just like, nah, bitch, like, you should know why. Like, you've been around enough to know, you know what I mean? Like, and just like, it's, for me, like, it's just.
But I love that energy, though, that people are responding mad quick to that shit. Nipping that shit in the butt.
Hell yeah. And of course, you know, there's people that, you know, were running to show her support, like, you know what I mean, and be like, yeah, black on black crime, let's talk about it. You know what I mean? And it's just like,
it sound like Mike.
Yeah, like,
let's talk about it.
But it's just like, yo, like, there's a lot of shit that we
we can
get into about when it comes to our cultures and
That's why like the point of racism is such at an all time high in my eyes. Like people coming out the woodwork. That at this point there is no gray no more. It's black or white. You're on this side or you're on that side, and that's why I feel like with any race, like I'm not against any race at all, including whites. You could be from Hitler's family, the descendant from Hitler's family, but you're either on this side or you're on that side. There is no more fence hopping. There is no more, grayish area and what's convenient to me. Like this shit has shown people's true colors.
Hell yeah.
And what they actually believe in.
And I think that we have to do more. You know what I mean? Like not just us, because while we do some work, you know what I mean? Like we could always do more, but I think like even within our own circles, our friends, like they have to be more outspoken. They have to.
No, I mean that's why I always give Aunt's sister. I give the utmost her and her husband. I give the utmost respect to. Both basically white, blue or green eyed. You know what I mean? And they're out there in the front lines,
in the trenches.
Yo, they have the most energy. She has the same energy every day. Every day. That's crazy. That's amazing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
People like that. That's who you need. People like that. Like
yeah. No, we definitely do. And not speaking of her. I mean, like I'm speaking just in general though. There also are like mad eager white folks that are just like,
huh?
Let's fuck it up.
Nah.
Tear down the system. Burn it down.
Nah. Well, there's eager black folk and Hispanic folk too that are just they're in there, with the wrong agendas.
But I definitely seen like there is like this like certain white allies that are just a little too eager. like
they've been itching.
Yeah, like you weren't the oppressed one.
They've been itching to just fuck up some shit.
Like
nah, you gotta.
They try to get to the front of the line. They like, nah, man, we gonna burn this shit down. But I'm like, man, what happened to it's our shit. Like, we supposed to be the bad ones. Like, not to the back of the line. We got this. We gonna burn it down. Like, fam, what are you doing right now?
You're oppressing us right now. Nah, but like, people like that. Because the thing is, it can't be one with just people of color. You know what I mean?
No,
it has to be people from the other side.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? From that, not other side of black and white, but other side of just life. Like,
yeah, definitely. We definitely allies from all fronts, but just don't be too eager. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all I'm saying. Cause like,
take it easy, my nigga. Take it easy. Cógelo suave.
Some people want a revolution in a day, and it's just like, bro, Rome was built in a day, and we trying to tear down something that was built over hundreds of years. Like, but I don't know. Do you think that's why like some white people they feel so threatened by the Black Lives Matter movement because it's gonna they feel like it's gonna tear down what they feel like is historically theirs?
I feel like that the people that are bothered by it are bothered because they're those people that aren't openly racist, but they can coexist as long as the color folk don't get too high and mighty tight. Mm-hmm. Don't knows his place. That's what I think. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. It almost feels like like these white folks, these particular white folks, mm-hmm. are like the kind that, like, for example, like when you went to school, like you come home and then you ain't got no stars, no gold star, and like, oh man, every kid deserves a star. like all stars matter.
Nah,
you know what I mean? Like, and black people are like, just like, fam, we just try to catch up, and they just like, you got all the stars on all them shits is yours. We just trying to add a couple, and we like, now all stars matter. Now we got You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like they started with like 50 stars, and color folks started with 1, and they was like, nah, if you get a star, I get a star too. No, nigga, we want to catch up, nigga. Give me a little break real quick. Once we even, then we can start. No, that's too much.
We racing. Fam, you got like a 50-meter lead. Like, we not really racing. Nah, we equal. But
other people don't understand too. But I mean, hopefully with what's going on here in our life here soon, we'll be able to break that generational wealth.
or not, nigga, because the world 2020 is getting crazy, bro. Take a look at the explosions in fucking Lebanon, Iran, fucking a couple other Middle Eastern cities, and like the fucking the fire from the sky in China, that lightning strike that struck that building, fucking
Sure, that was melting the fucking building, slicing right through it.
bruh, that was like a Godzilla beam, like that just. Like, I was expecting, like, Godzilla just pop up and just like, Godzilla! Like, and not to sound racist and with that Asian accent. That was a shitty Asian accent, but...
Godzilla!
But, you know what I mean? Like, that shit looked crazy. It's like, yo, this here is fucking nuts. Like those UFO videos I've been showing you on TikTok. The... fucking
The birds getting stuck in the sky.
yeah, the birds glitching, that fairy looking fucking thing that was in that video.
But I mean, I wonder how much of that could be edited though. You think some of that stuff is edited?
I think some of it could be, but some of it I think is hard to edit and make it look good. Like that one where it was like security footage. You know what I'm saying? Like
No, but like the one, like the fairy one, like where they showed like it had the whole body outline, like that. Like, what camera's gonna be that good that in that fraction of a second, it's gonna get the entire body of? Because it was a phone. It wasn't like a regular camera. It wasn't like a.
What you talking about?
You remember that one fairy video where like they paused it and then it was like you could see the shape of a body.
Oh yeah.
I was like, come on, like that seemed like that might be edited because it was too good. You know what I'm saying? Like all this time.
Well, I mean, like
we've had all these cameras, and this one phone can catch that. Nah.
What was security footage? And they were like, it could have been that they saved it and then like put it on a computer.
Oh, it was security footage,
right? I mean, yeah, because it was. I'm saying it was security footage.
I still don't believe that though, bro.
I mean, it's hard to believe but I mean, like think about it. CERN was talking about we gonna smash some particles together so we can open up the God particle, so we can open up doors to other dimensions. And it was like talking about they got an Indian god on the fucking front of the building.
Wait, if there's a fairy here right now, could you show yourself?
My nigga, you think that this is
Oh,
gonna be the podcast that the fairies were just gonna reveal themselves on?
That'd be crazy. We go viral in a heartbeat.
Hey,
look at this shit.
My nigga, my butt is gonna go viral in a heartbeat. I'm gonna shit my pants and all bunch of goddamn fairies started popping up in the fucking crib and shit. But like you see, like with these military experiments and fucking the Pentagon and with all the shit that they're hiding from us, and they're just leaking us the little shit like, nah, we got UFOs, but we don't know what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? We don't really know the extent of what all they know and what's all out there.
And if they were sitting on this, what else do you think they're sitting on?
Exactly. Or like that video where it was that thing that looked like a crocodile head attached to a fish.
I don't think I've seen that one.
You ain't seen that shit? Let me show you real quick. Cause that shit was crazy because somebody commented on it afterwards like, nah, that's a alligator gar. And I looked up an alligator gar and it's a fish that does kind of have this crazy like snout looking thing that kind of looks similar to an alligator. But if you look at this thing, that's not that. It looks like a crocodile head because the head looks like a crocodile's, and it's like all leathery looking, but then the rest of the body looks like slimy and fish-like. So it's like it's a two different texture, like of what it doesn't look like a fucking fish, like, and you know what I mean. The guy was like, oh well, it could be this and that, and I'm just like, bruh, like there's nothing that you can say that's gonna tell me like. That's not a fucking crocodile head attached on the fish body.
Yeah, that's crazy. Could that be a deformed crocodile?
No, because why would a croc be born with fish bodies or like fish parts, like a tail like that? Like
Maybe
it
I'm
would-
saying maybe it's deformed and it got no legs and no arms.
but they're two separate genomes. Is what I'm saying. Like they wouldn't even have a similar body structure enough where even if it developed in the placenta deformed, you know what I'm saying? It
If you
would-
take away the legs and the feet of an alligator and a tail, it has the same shape as a fish.
not really.
Not I'm talking about the body, not the head or anything like that. Just the torso. If you take off the tail and everything, it has the same shape.
Okay, maybe. But can you really see an alligator being a deformed alligator popping out with just an alligator head and then the rest of it being a fish body?
But that's what I'm saying. Well, I
Like,
can't I
you're-
can't guarantee that's a fish body by looking at it because
I mean, you can see the tail on it, like a fish tail, like it.
But you know niggas that can again I sing with like gimpy arms and shit.
Like look, think of like the tail like of a fish. It goes the side dorsal fins, like that is a straight up fish body. But then you see the texture of the head, like right there by the snout. That looks just like a crocodile, like that, like the leather.
But what
Again.
I'm saying is that if you find me like a school of those fishes, then that's a new species. But that could be a deformity.
Or it could be a fucking chimera, and it could be like some fucking lab rat that the government made that was just like,
Just
they
one.
thought- bruh. I mean, they found another creature in fucking UK that they still haven't identified, like that just washed up on the beach. Remember Montauk, that the animal that washed up on the shores of Montauk, New York, where everyone forgot what the fuck it was, but at the time it was like, this ain't no creature that like we can identify because it's not. It has like features like one thing and features like another and this and that blah blah. Blah. So it's like, you don't think that the government somewhere making some fucking chimeras, like, you know, splicing when they're doing all this gene splicing, they say, oh yeah, we took these rat genes and put it in a tomato to make it, you know, more beefy or whatever the fuck, and we took, you know, like in China where they made glow in the dark dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't think some niggas like, yo, what if we took this rat DNA and mixed it with this bird DNA? What kind of creature would we get? Yo, look at this flying rat. Yo, this shit is sick, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
That's how you get the coronavirus.
coronavirus.
You want to wrap it up here?
Yeah, we didn't even go over any other topics.
Yeah, we did. We mentioned a couple of topics.
Look at those mad topics.
I mean, we're at an hour and a half right now.
I mean, and you gotta remember, we stopped in the middle.
No, I'm counting that.
Like, look, a boy mauled to death by a bear after being dragged in a cage. Like, my nigga was stunting in front of the bears for some chicks, and the bear just dragged his ass in and ate him in front of the
Wait, is there-
bitches he was trying to stunt.
Is there a video though? Because
No, I hope not, because that would suck.
how did he get him though?
Because I guess the cage was open and fucking, like, he was like trying to like stunt for some chicks, and fucking the bear dragged his ass up in that motherfucker.
Wow.
You know what I mean? A white supremacist walks into a bar and it's not no joke. Fucking some people were chilling at a bar. White supremacist dude shows up. Starts somehow he gonna kill everybody in that bitch. And they had to fucking
look.
restrain that motherfucker and choke his ass out.
They said that nigga was slapping their paws. Oh, you know.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. It said that
He was trying to stunt.
he was allegedly provoking the beast and slapping their paws and was trying to pose for a photo in front of the caged animals and he got too close. Damn.
That's what your ass get. Nobody told you to go slap some bear paws. You should have been trying to find a different way to impress a girl with something that isn't huge and fucking can eat you alive.
That is nuts, yo.
You think I'm gonna go? You think me as a grown man, I'm gonna go up to a tiger and pull its tail?
Nah, bro. I don't even pull the tail to a dog.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a fucking tiger.
Hell yeah. I mean,
If you think about, I saw a fucking bear, that motherfucker was standing big as shit on his fucking hind legs, coming up to me with them fucking foot long claws that could just. You seen them videos of them dudes that got half a face now because they got a bear
Oh.
claw to the face? You think I want that to be me? I'm gonna go sit there and just start tapping some bear claws. Nah, little nigga, you deserve that. That's called survival of the fittest. You have weak genes, and the bear was like, I'm gonna eat this nigga, cause he over here fucking with me. Like, he thought he could stuff for me. I feel bad for the families, the parents. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong, not to be insensitive.
That scares me though, because like I think about the girls and like the little one. Man, she would do something like that.
I don't think she dumb enough to sit there and be like, that's a fucking bear.
Nah, she be too scared.
Yeah. Most kids would be like, that's a fucking bear, my nigga. That's a big ass paw.
Yeah, nah, you
claw.
probably be too scared.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this
I'm like, I'm gonna go get him. Nah.
This nigga was 11 and was like, bro, you wasn't even at fucking age. He probably couldn't even get hard.
On a field trip or something?
Probably.
What were the parents?
Like, we're probably not there.
Because I ain't let my kids get that close. I'm being on their ass. Like, if they're 11 years old, I'm on their ass.
But, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you know, a little time with your little girlfriends.
This nigga was like, I'm gonna risk my life for some pre-adolescent pussy that I'm not even going to fuck. And that bear was like, thank you for this little Happy Meal. You just brought me right up to my cage. You want to fuck with me? Like, I'll take that.
You want to feel the paw?
You see them little 4-piece nuggets.
Shit.
But, you know what I mean?
Wait, I see this now. A white supremacist walks into a bar, and it's no joke.
Yeah. Fucking.
Dang, got choked out.
Yeah, this lady, because the lady tried to stop him from coming in, and he punched the woman.
Damn.
Out there, like, straight out. Fucking. And then, like, and they had to restrain him. The cops showed up, and fucking. Look, according to the quote, nigga said, I'm a white supremacist, and the Aryan nation will rule the world. And then they told him, yo, we got children in here. He said, I don't care. Call Donald Trump. Like, come on, bruh. You know
That's
what I mean?
crazy.
And even then, the cops still didn't kill that motherfucker. You see Ellen's going through it?
Yeah.
Like, everybody's doing publicity right now, trying to, like, up-talk Ellen and be like, yo, the guys, like, yo, she was good to me. I had nothing but positive experiences with her. Ashton Kutcher just defended her, too, the other day.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. But, yeah, Ellen's under some heat. Now, there's a conspiracy theory going on that, of course, it has to do with sex trafficking. But, you know what I mean? Like, she's catching shit because her crew members were being predatory towards the female workers that for her show, her female staff. And, you know, that was brought to her attention and she didn't do nothing about it. She didn't stop it. You know what I'm saying? So that just opened up a whole firestorm, and now she's talking about she don't even want to come back to the show. She's like, I'm done. Fuck y'all. But really, I think it's just
I don't think she's like ever getting it back. I don't
think
it's your choice anymore.
Yeah, I think it's out of her hands. Whatever the fuck's going on with her, Oprah, and all them niggas. But what's crazy is that one of the things that this whole anti-Ellen thing started was they brought up some old clips, and one of the old clips that they brought up of her was where she had shamed an audience member, and it was just fucked up because so reportedly this woman, was taking extra free merch. Mind you, it was free, and she took an extra set of merch for her sister that wasn't able to attend the show. And so they're sitting in the middle of the show, and then Ellen just stops the show and was like, yo, by the way, here's this lady here that was doubling down on the free merch. Shame on her. And then played the video in front of the whole audience of this poor woman taking extra free merch to take back to her supposed sister. So the woman's, starts blushing and was just like, yo, it's for my sister. She wasn't able to come to the show.
Let me try to watch that. Is it on YouTube?
Yeah, I think it's right here. But essentially, like, Ellen was like, yeah, lots of people's sisters weren't able to come.
Couldn't come, so that was her souvenir.
Yeah. So a lot of people's sisters couldn't come.
But like, that's something that's coming up. You know what I'm saying? And, you need to be a good person for good folks, just to be a good person. Well, also, good people don't get caught up in sex trafficking. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly. Because I ain't trying to get sued because Ellen do got a lot of money. Probably from all that sex trafficking. Yeah, I mean, there's more stuff.
This gunshot right there.
Let's see.
I'm gonna put that in there too.
Like you brought up earlier, the York cop that was snitching on the mayor.
Yo.
You know what I mean? The mayor of York smoking crack.
That's
That has to be the worst shit, bro. Like imagine, like right, like you try to get rid of one officer, and that's the one officer that knows everything. And it was just like, yo, you ain't gonna believe what the mayor was doing.
That nigga. Your whole family, nigga.
He had hookers at the town hall. He had underage hookers at the town hall.
He ain't said that.
No.
Oh.
But I'm saying though, just picture something like that. Like that'd be
Yeah,
the
and
worst.
York like drug epicenter, but like druggy place. Like they're trying to clean up York and shit.
Where they force people to take educational classes and shit when for a DUI that they didn't deserve.
Damn, you better ask for your money back if the mayor on some shit like that.
Hell yeah, mayor out here smoking crack and fucking. He ain't had man. It's just crazy that the cop was just like, "Oh, word, y'all gonna, I'm out, all right."
We all out.
You know what I mean? Like
we all retire early.
A man decapitates his landlord.
That's crazy.
Like, come on, bruh. Like, tell me that ain't fucking.
I mean,
like,
he gets free housing and in jail now.
I mean that he does, but tell me that ain't like low key like a little gangster. Like of all things you can do, like you just like cut your landlord's head off with a samurai sword.
I mean,
you could have shot him.
Gangster because he asked for rent. Like, damn, bro, relax. I just wanted to know if you had the rent money. You got 5 more days. Go ahead, bro. Relax. You want an extension? I got you for an extension, bro. Promise to pray.
Just don't extend my head off my neck.
Yo.
But nah, like, what I mean is like, just think about it. Like,
I wouldn't die right away if my head came off.
Well,
my head be on the ground, be like, yo, nigga, I just wanted to ask if you okay.
Trying to talk with no.
I was about to offer you to pay your rent, nigga. Like, I got you. Don't even worry about this month. But fuck it, you owe me it now.
As I die out. Yeah, but that's crazy is because supposedly science believes that like after you get decapitated, there is a period of time where you're still conscious. You know what I mean? Like they say it's supposed to be like anywhere from 8 seconds to like a minute. But just can you imagine just like a full minute passing?
That's a hell of a headache, bro.
No, you're just fucking headless. You don't feel nothing because you're not attached to nothing. You can't move. You're just headless. Like just,
and you can't open your eyes or nothing.
Yeah, you can't close your eyes because you ain't got
or talk or nothing.
Yeah, like
because I would like my last words. If somebody kills me, be like, fuck you. As I'm dying, like,
I fucked your mom.
What? No, save this man. We need to talk.
Let's just head back right now. Yo, that's something else I've seen that was kind of cool. Supposedly it was this guy, and I hope I had the courage to do something like this, but he was at the beach with his nephew, fucking a shark attacks, rips his nephew's arm off, and just like dips with it. They pull the nephew out the water as his nephew's bleeding out. He goes, yo, hang on real quick. Goes back into the water, wrestles with the shark, somehow finds the shark. I don't know how you find a shark in the water, like, willingly. But goes back in the water, finds the shark, drags the shark out onto the fucking sand, opens his mouth, pulls his nephew's arm out, and gives it to the fucking the EMTs, and they were able to safely reattach it and whatnot.
This is a real story?
This is a real fucking story, my nigga.
Yo, you're not uncle no more. You're daddy, bro. Bro, you're daddy. You're daddy of the year, my nigga.
Like, that's wild, yo. Like, how you wrestling with sharks, yo? Like, my nigga just jump in, like, nah, fam. Where you going, my nephew's arm? We going back.
That's crazy.
That's
a real story.
Shark. Yes, bro. Like, motherfucker kicking, thrashing, like you know how powerful a shark is. You know what I'm saying? Like, how tough its scales are. It can just slice through human flesh. This nigga just wrestled a thrashing shark and was like, nah, you gonna give me that arm, nigga. Like, bruh, that is gangster. That's more gangster than cutting off your landlord's head for asking for rent, bro. But I mean, like, it was just...
That's crazy.
Fam, Damn.
I'm forever grateful that's my uncle.
All I can think was like, man, I hope I could do something like that for my nephew, because
Yo.
I don't know if I got the strength to go fight. I don't even know if I got the spirit to go jump into the water after a shark to go try to wrestle with. You just took off that nigga arm?
And he's the one that saved him in the first place? Who saved him from the shark when he got bit?
The uncle.
The uncle saved him?
And then went back in and then went to go retrieve the arm.
Chill.
That's what I'm saying, like, fam. Can you imagine?
What was that uncle on, yo? Because Isaiah, I'm sorry.
He just took your arm off?
You got the other one, though.
I like having two arms. I know you gonna miss it.
You said you were ambidextrous, right?
Oh no, but you can learn, though, right? You know I love you though, right? Like,
yo.
I can love you with one arm. You don't need to have two arms to get my love. But nah, like I mean, like, God bless that man, because that takes a courageous spirit to be able to do something like that.
Yo,
right?
God did bless that man. The guy was. I'm willing to say God's Holy Spirit might have been in that nigga, because Jesus.
Man, I hope God bless that man with infinite amount of pussy after that too, because like you done, bruh,
Nah, bro.
That's some warriors. That's some Hercules shit, my nigga.
I hope God adds like another 30 years to his lifespan. That nigga deserves to be like 130 years old.
Hell yeah, that's dope.
And then still fully healthy.
I hope you guys had a good time watching this vibe. Another dope episode of Highly Offensive, trying to create some amazing content for you guys to enjoy during this pandemic. I know it's hard. You know what I mean? There's a lot of, world-changing events going on. Pray for Lebanon, because that was a crazy explosion. Pray for Iran. So, you know what I mean? Just like, I hope you guys get some enjoyment out of watching us. If you do, make sure you support. You know what to do. I don't need to let y'all know anymore. And yeah, just have a good, blessed life. You know what I mean? Enjoy every second out there. Louis, you got anything for the people?
Nah, just stay tuned. Yeah, watch our episode, subscribe, comment, goddamn, do something, niggas, because y'all ain't helping.
Yeah, I know. And also, if y'all got like anything y'all want, any recommendations for any animes or any content y'all want us to watch and stuff like that y'all might want us to cover on the topic, yeah, make sure y'all get in the comment section and comment y'all favorite animes and whatnot. And not just animes, but shows and, you know what I mean?
Just topics, period.
Yeah, that too.
All right.
Highly Offensive episode 60. We out this bitch.
Peace.
J Kush, Phase, Lonely Stoner, Project. It feel like a movie. Rest in peace, Kobe. I like new kicks and new clothes.